Okay, we're back up.
Do we need to read this into the record?
Yes, it does need to be read into the record.
Take volunteers.
Does anybody care to be the official speaker to read this into the record?
I'll take it.
John Michael. Chair recognizes John Michael. And we've got a microphone up there.
Hey, you will be heard from there.
The Declaration of Reestablishment made by the delegates of the people of Texas, the General Convention at VanZandt County, currently, on March 2nd, 2019. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pause. I'm blurry vision for some reason right now. I'm going to have to
Are you
stand
turning
down.
up?
I apologize.
Okay.
Stood up and
All right. Okay, I'll take it. When a government has cause to protect the lives, liberty, and property of the people from whom its legitimate powers are derived, and for the advancement of those in whose happiness it was instituted, and so far from being a guarantee for the enjoyment of their inestimable and inalienable rights, become an instrument in the hands of evil rulers for their oppression, when the federal United States Constitution of their union, which they have sworn to support, is no longer honored and obeyed as a lawful existence, and the whole nature of their government has been forcibly changed without their consent for a limited federated republic, composed of sovereign states, to a consolidated central military despotism in which every interest is disregarded, but that all the military and its agencies, both the external enemies of natural liberty, the ever-ready minions of power, and all their usual instruments of tyrants. When long after the spirit of the Constitution has departed, that even the semblance of freedom is removed, and the guarantee of the Constitution violated without authority, any attempt for judicial redresses are met with obstruction of justice, and foreign mercenary armies sent forth to enforce the new state upon the people of the states at the point of a bayonet. When in consequence of such acts of malfeasance on their part of the government becomes by default unlawful, and their compact is broken with the sovereign state, the free people of all, that formed it, therefore despotism prevails. When civil society is dissolved in such a crisis, the first law of nature, the right of self-preservation, the inherent and inalienable right of the people of Texas to appeal to first principles and take their political affairs into their own hands by casting off the unconstitutional reconstructed state and repopulate the original in its stead. Nations as well as individuals are accountable for their acts to the public opinion of mankind. A statement of the heart of our grievance is therefore submitted to an impartial rule in justification of the hazardous but unavoidable steps now taken as supported by Vattel's Laws of Nations, John Locke, the Declaration of Independence, and the Federalist Papers, among others, as historical reference. After Congress recognized Texas as a member state of the Union in December 1865, by recognizing Texas' participation in amending the Constitution of the United States of America with the 13th Amendment, and submitting to Texas the 14th for consideration June 1866, and after peace was declared by presidential proclamation August 1866, Congress annulled the state of Texas without authority in violation of the Constitution through the first Reconstruction Act of March 2nd, 1867. For example, as a condition of having Texas elected senators and representatives seated in Congress under the Congressional Plan of Reconstruction, Texas was required to ratify the 14th Amendment under the point of a bayonet and elect by universal manhood suffrage, excluded pre-war office holders, those who had served in the Confederacy, and other Texas citizens. A convention to write a new state constitution acceptable to both to the voters and an allegiance to the United States government and not their Texas Republic, unlawful under Article 4, denying the Texas body politic to elect. The United States government did dissolve by force of arms the state Congress of Texas, thus depriving the people of the state of the fundamental political right of representation. The Act of March 23, 1867, 40th Congress, Chapter 6, 15 Stat 2. The transitioning United States government failed and refused to secure due process and the right of trial by jury. That palladium and the only safe guarantee for the life, liberty, and property of individual Texas citizens, freemen, the Act of March 2nd, 1867, 39th Congress, Chapter 153, 14 Stat 428, and the 14th Amendment. The people of Texas have long suffered by military combatants stationed among us to exercise arbitrary acts of oppression and tyranny, thus trampling upon the most sacred rights of the Texas citizen freeman and rendering the military superior to the civil power. The Act of March 23, 1867, 40th Congress, Chapter 6, 15 Stat 2. The United States government forced upon the people of Texas a new legal status culminated by the 14th Amendment, Section 1, and known as United States citizens or citizens of the United States, of national jurisdiction is removed from the original intent as Texas citizens with sovereign authority with their sovereign state. 14 Stat 428, First Reconstruction Act, March 2nd, 1867, Section 5. The United States government has forced these new 14th Amendment United States citizens to endure its debt in the absence of basic due process as per Section 4 of the 14th Amendment. The United States government has made practical attacks upon our commerce by commissioning foreigners and authorizing them to seize the property of our inhabitants to distant places for confiscation without due process, incorporated mercenaries, and enforce statutes and codes under color of law and engage in unlawful asset forfeiture. It denies us the right of worship being according to the dictates of our own conscience, calculated to promote the unlawful interests of its corporate functionaries and political interests, religious tax status, 501c3. It has, without lawful authority, usurped supreme control and regulatory powers concerning our right to keep and bear arms, both individually and as a state, which are essential for our defense, the rightful property of free men, and formidable only to tyrannical governments. It has denied due process of the common law in which only evil tyrants can accomplish, in stealing our youth through human trafficking agencies by fraud with its administrative courts. It has set up criminal and civil court systems in which the witness, de facto officer, prosecution, and judge are working for the same unlawful government subsidiary. It has committed terrorism by physical, mental, and paper under the guise of law towards the citizens of Texas. It has denied us the original pact made with the states and forsaken the original Republican form of government as written in the U.S. Constitution and written about and seen in the days of Thomas Jefferson, Patrick Henry, and other founding fathers. These and other grievances were patiently borne by the people of Texas until they reached that point at which forbearance ceases to be a virtue. The necessity of self-preservation therefore now decrees. We, therefore, the delegates with plenary powers of the people of Texas, in solemn convention assembled, appealing to a candid world for the necessities of our condition, do heartily resolve and declare that our political connection with the federal government under the new national union, and that the Texas citizens do now constitute a free, sovereign, and de jure Republican state of free men, and are fully vested with all the rights and attributes which properly belong to independent sovereign states, free people. on equal footing with the original 13 Confederated States, conscious of the rectitude of our intentions, we fiercely and confidently commit the issue to the decision of the superior arbiter to the destinies of nations. Signed, Sean Watson, Provisional Governor of the American Republic of Texas. Watson?
Do we have any objections?
Hearing none. Hearing none.
Right. If there's no objections and or any concerns to this, all in favor of adopting and accepting this declaration, say aye.
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 Let's have it.
Ayes have it. There's no concerns. Make a motion that this document now be officially printed for signing.
I'll second that motion.
Motion is carried. At this time, then, I'd like to direct the printing office to start the formally put it on parchment. While that's being done, is there any other questions, business, or topics that need to be brought up? Nope. All right. Now, we do have the affidavits of citizenship and domicile all ready to go too. Oh, that's right. Just point of question on these affidavits of citizenship and domicile. Should these be stapled together? Do we have to leave these unstapled? Pages 1 and 2.
Are they front and back or 1 and 2?
They're just 1 and 2.
Then they should move. They should remain unstable.
Unstapled. Okay. I'll pass these out to everyone. I gotta find 1 and 2. So, now these pretty much are identical to North Carolina's version, except that the names and dates have been changed to protect Texas. So I don't know if everybody wants to read through these. If they haven't already read the North Carolina version that we've been showing.
Order. Has everyone had opportunity to review the Oath of Allegiance? Is there anyone else that desires to sign?
Everybody's got a copy, or actually we only have 3 people today, and they've got a copy. If you want to go ahead and sign your oath.
Yeah, I missed the signing on the original.
That's fine. That's the same version. You can sign your oath anytime. We can stamp it, certify it, give you copies to carry with you on your person. So, does anybody have?
Mr. Secretary?
Does anybody have any questions about the affidavit if they don't know what it is?
I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I move for a temporary recess. Give the people time to read it and one more time.
That gives
And it gives the printing office time to get the declaration typed up.
okay.
Will we read this directly?
Printing office too? Yes.
So we have a motion for recess.
Second.
Second. All right. Well, we're still learning how to do it proper.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, how much time do you think you'll need?
Uh,
Is that 15 minutes?
I'm going to need approximately 15 minutes to prepare this document. Let the ink dry.
It's already done. All right, we'll take a 15-minute recess while we can do.
In order, well, I'll bring that up right after recess.
Everybody go out and play. Recess.
Oh, we are live.
Oh, we're live.
I got Washington, North Carolina.
Right now, we got, we've had as many as 10. We've got about 6 right now. Well, those are people who came in. Nope.
Didn't give us a thumbs up. Right?
Okay.
We're online, right?
Is this the Capitol Dome right here?
The Chrome Dome. I don't know, man. Did y'all see that first house? The first Capitol down in what's this?
Oh, yes, I saw that. Was that you close to that?
No, man. I think that was. Well,
Yeah,
no, that or Terry Keith.
Terry Keith, yeah.
And that was just a little, like, 2-room shack.
Yeah.
That's
It was in West Columbia.
Yes.
Yeah.
The very, very first
That's in Brazoria County. That's Brazoria County where Texas began.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was a little bitty wood frame house.
My brother Raymond lived down there, and he always let me know this is where Texas began.
Yeah.
So you guys from these other counties,
Thinking like,
back up.
yeah, man, thinking like fell down, but then they like repurposed it exactly the way it used to look.
So, the first colony that was in Texas was actually the colony.
Where was it?
The colony.
Okay, the colony, Texas?
Yeah, that's actually the first. That was actually the first established colony inside there.
I thought it was Fort Parker.
I thought it was Nacogdoches.
All I know is what I see on the plaque, man.
Okay, because it said Nacogdoches was like the first settlement or something. Is what I heard. I don't know.
Where's the colony's located somewhere between here and
Louisville, about Louisville.
Okay.
Like right in the middle of the Metroplex, just north. Just north of
I mean, I can look it up.
okay, if we put our own county on this, or at the very top, or we put county we're in today.
yeah, so.
Mark it. Okay. Excuse me. Anyone who was born before 2000, please mark out the 20 and replace it with a 19.
Probably all of us. Probably everybody here.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez Louise.
I know. I wish we would have to.
It's important to point out that they hide that. They try to make it look like, oh, well, this is law. And
Huh. I wonder why it says that up there, man.
What's that?
Oh, wait. Nacogdoches,
See? Told you.
the oldest
Oldest city.
the oldest town in Texas.
Dude.
Where's that?
Nacogdoches. The first civil settlement would have been
Nacogdoches is old.
Him and Meskin Strawberry.
Fort Presidio.
Presidio's the first
Yeah,
settlement.
we are. Yeah, we're live on break. Can't do anything about it.
Real professional.
It's okay. Nobody. I don't think anybody heard us. I am
think
fixing.
anybody heard, Paul was so quiet.
That mic up there will pick up.
What happened? This is a better setup than we had last time.
Yeah, I was using that last time.
I remember that.
Okay. I'm gonna write this in.
I didn't see you up here, sir. So what, hand through in here? John, you want to witness this for Delegate Rush?
You know, like you're out there.
So we put our own county on this, right? Limestone County, at the very top.
What do you think, Paul? Do you want to know if you put Limestone County or put VanZandt?
Oh.
And are you gonna put Lamar County?
It's affidavit and domicile. The county to live in.
Yeah,
Limestone.
And so you're gonna put Lamar on yours. Okay, all
Or
right.
should I put the real county of the real Texas,
Yeah.
which was Limestone County?
Was it?
Yeah, but they were totally different. And there wasn't near as many.
And you got the legal paper there. Oh, did you get one yet?
Yeah, we gave me one that later back. That's the same thing we got on the wall.
Yeah. That's just, so you could, if you're out running around and you're talking to people, you got quick reference.
Gotcha.
You return that in the Secretary of State.
All right, what did we say? Our home county or this
It's
county?
home.
Your domicile.
No.
Not your residence. John Michael, did you fill out your application? And Mike, I take it you're still absorbing, right? Did you want to fill out your oath?
No, not today.
Okay. You can do those anytime. I think everybody's comfortable with it.
Okay.
We're back.
May I come forward?
Still recognize is that Maddox or the arm? We're back in.
Are we officially back?
We're back in.
Yes. This is the Declaration of Reestablishment by the delegates of the people of Texas. General Convention today at VanZandt County on 2nd March 2019, presented to provincial government by the people.
Chair recognizes the submission of the declaration.
This is a copy of said document for second placing.
Be filed with the secretary?
Yes.
All right, gentlemen and lady, the governor has received the declaration. You want the honors?
Well, yes.
And might I ask that we keep our signatures to a reasonable, non-large lettering as they did in the original document of that other spot?
Go ahead, John Hancock.
No, John Hancock.
As provincial governor of the Texas American Republic, I do hereby sign this document, Declaration of Reestablishment.
All right.
And the copy.
I think we will call on all those that want to sign. Come on up. That's are we signing both of them?
Yes, yes, please.
Everybody's?
Yes.
And actually, I want to get Mr. Maddox's signature, which needs to go right up here, as the witness of the convention. You need to, Sergeant Arms, you need to be the witness of the convention to make it final. I would put it over here as a witness. This is what North Carolina did. Chair and witness.
Okay. Gonna take a look.
We just put the county on this declaration of reestablishment and VanZandt.
Yeah. That's what where's the details at? Thomas? That's
Yes,
just
you're talking about the
reference
votes
copy.
or
The
the affidavit.
You don't have to fill it inside that one. We're doing this one here.
I can fill it in. It's in my notes for the roll call.
Okay, the middle name is Gabriel.
Gabriel? Okay. I'll put a notation of that in there.
I would just like to have the whole.
Just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that in order to sign this Declaration of Reestablishment, you must have completed your oaths to Texas and the United States. Both pages.
Get those yes.
Oh.
Jim? You're next.
I'm gonna transfer over here.
So,
We need you in a second here.
Okay.
So well,
I need to add as a witness because the master of the sergeant at arms, the chair, has to be a witness to the signing, just like North Carolina. You can sign it. That's fine.
I gave it to you and you took your stuff.
Okay.
So you're good. These are your copies. We have your originals.
Okay.
At stake.
I was freaking out. They have to do it.
Ed, she's got a dark
That's
Who
fine.
stole it?
Okay, it's fine.
I mean, I've got a green one. I don't think I'm gonna use it.
No, there's no difference. It's on Ed is on Mr. Secretary,
Yes.
you take the documents.
I'm finishing up with this thing, sir.
I am working on oaths.
Mr. Maddox?
Yes.
Nope. I'm sorry. Thomas Maddox.
Yes.
Support. You got it.
Okay, you sign these or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, we got here, Thomas. Fires up. Look at that big smile.
Long time and late.
Mr. Donald Rush,
Yes, sir. Oh, that's right.
step forward. We have this.
Would you take a look?
No, he fills this out. He can sign. Yeah, that's
Is this state property?
Which one have you
We
got?
have good stuff.
I need one. Is there another one?
I'll get you.
I mean, mine's being used over there somewhere.
What do you think, Mike?
Okay. Let me get your copies of these.
This is history, man.
Wow,
Is there anybody that needs a pen?
Oh, Michael? You got those filled out, right?
Thank you.
Secretary.
Okay. And you can go ahead and sign that.
What happened to your homeschool bunch on
They didn't make it. Hey, what's up, Will?
There's two more.
Whoa.
Thomas Maddox.
How's Max? What's that?
And brother.
Mike.
Thank you very much.
Will and Teresa.
Gotta shake the secretary's hand.
That's it.
Welcome to the free state of VanZandt.
All right. Okay, all formal signings of the declaration have been concluded. Present these to the Secretary of State. Your charge. Ed, do we need to make a copy of the signed portion just to have as a reference so that we don't.
I'll do that.
Okay. You don't need to write this down.
Yeah, it'll get done. There will be pictures taken.
Yeah. All right. All right, so we've got some new people here, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing?
You're up. I mean,
Fine. This is Sean, Provincial Governor. My name is Paul, Provincial Lieutenant Governor. Jessica Watson, Secretary of State. Jim Baldwin is out, but he's our treasurer. And Mr. Edward Maddox, the printing office, and the Sergeant Arms controlling the meeting.
We are now